Rapid fire tier list. It's not like people listen to the reasoning anyway. Rapid fire tier list. All right, rapid fire tier list. I go off of summer performance, how good they've been internationally in the past, how good I think that it's basically my prediction for how good they're going to perform at this tournament. All right, shoot. We have Keen is going to be number 1 for me, and then we have where's Zeus? We need Zeusy Fruity, Zeus, and then we have Bin, and then we have who's coming next? Blackberry, Bam Alam. 369 is my number 4, and then Doran the Moran, and then The Shy, and then Flandre, and then who follows up? I think we can put Driver here. How about we put a little Bwipo as well? Bwipo. Excluded from the Worlds video, not excluded from here. Let's see, is there any other top lane I want to include? That is, you know, from LCK LPL? No, I got them all, right? I got them all. We can squeeze a little Broken Blade in there. And maybe put it like that even. Yeah, that is my top lane tier list. All right, let's go jungle. Jungle is kind of interesting. Jungle for me, the number 1 is going to be Tarzan. I think Tarzan is the most consistent, the most. He just has the greatest greater list of play here. Like, it's unbelievable. His Zed, Kiana, anything he locks in, he's just insanely good. Even during the periods where AL is bad, Tarzan is still playing insanely good. I think Tarzan is just so damn consistent throughout the entire year. Canyon griefed in summer playoffs, and that matters a lot, I think. But I'm not going to drop him super hard. I think Owner the Boneless, we're going to put him number 2. I am going to put Canyon number 3. I understand summer he played bad. If you want to put him based on summer, he falls way shorter. But Canyon has a history of being insane at internationals, and I think that you know, it is what it is. You know how it is. Let's continue. Who are going to slot in there? We need a little Kanavi. I think Kanavi is one of the best early game junglers in the world. Mechanically super insane. I think the main issue for Inspired is that he plays against no resistance. I don't know how Inspired is going to do when his lanes are worse and so forth. I don't see Inspired as being super dynamic, but at the same time, you're very limited as jungler in those cases. And I do think that, you know, Inspired coming from North America, playing in North America, you know, this take that Nemesis says that he's the best jungler over the last 3 years, I think is giga cope. I think it's a little bit, you know, clickbaity, not going to lie. If you want to make the argument, if Inspired played in Korea, played in LPL for 2 years, and he could grow there and play there, and he spoke fluently, then maybe. But as is, you can't put Inspired above any of these 4. Like, it's not possible. It's really, really not possible. Next one for me is Junjia. Put Junjia here. I think Junjia and Inspired, CFO, FlyQuest, very similar teams. I think they are very similar too. I think Inspired just a little bit more flexible in what he can do. He has a little bit more unique poke picks. I think Junjia is the type of jungler that drives through the game through himself and likes to farm a lot, which is good for CFO regionally and so forth. But I think that this is what we do. Let's take a look at the last names. We have Peanut. He should be thrown up there. I don't know what the order is going to be. We have Peanut. We have Skumond. I think Skumond deserves a shout. Cuz. Who else? We have Shadow. I think this is going to be a combination of these guys. Going to move Cuz to this spot. I think Cuz was very good in playoffs. Limited champion pool wise, but I think he's a very sturdy jungler. Very, very nice. Was watching on YouTube. I had to come here after the TS void line. We need more TS voice lines from Yamato. Put Cuz there, put Peanut. I think maybe we do even that. Lila. Maybe we do even that, guys. Look at that. Skumond goes up. I think Skumond has grown super much. I think as a jungler, he's not going to get punished by the top guys, which I think is a really big plus. And I think that he has improved in other departments of the game. I just worry about, you know, how he's going to team fight against the best of the best, because I do think that a lot of the teams in Europe just fall over, they keel over, you know. So we have Shadow last. I worry about Billy jungle situation. I think that he had a good finals, but I've seen all the bad too. Keep in mind, we've had Shadow here in these spots. Okay, we have Endless Desk. Endless Desk segment. I'm just going to plow through this, okay? I'm going to plow through this. Let's take a look at mid lane. Chovy, Knight, BDD. Where's BDD? Chovy, Knight, BDD. Where's BDD? BDD. Where's BDD? Seriously. Do you guys see BDD? There's BDD. I'm going to put Zeka there. This is where it gets weird. It's like, oh, Faker at Worlds. Faker in Summer sucked ass. If we were going to go Faker in Summer, he goes here. If we want Faker at Worlds, we will put him here. All right, we put Faker at Worlds here. We're going to keep it simple. So the whole comment section is not by Faker is going to show you, Yamato. It's like, yeah, but yeah. I think Fearless is going to limit him a little bit more. It's going to limit him a little bit more, definitely. We put a little cream. We put a little Capsimus here, a little Capsimus. Capsimus. I think maybe we even do that. A little Capsimus. We believe in Capsimus. Capsimus. And then let's put a little Shanks. Shanks. A little Honkyu. Honkyu just lacks experience. I think Honkyu is a super talent. He's really, really insane. Mechanically, I think he's better than Caps, better than some of these guys, better than Faker. I just, the inexperience, you know. It's been a crazy year for the guy. I just think, you know, the experience really carries here. Will matches be BO3? Today is a BO5. Let's continue. We need one more person. We're going to slot in Rookie there. Rookie Lila. All right, let's go bot lane. This is a speed run for the tier list, guys. Speed run. We're speed running here. A Ruler, Viper, Gala. This is the 1, 2, 3. If anyone has any different 1, 2, 3, you're trolling. Gumayushi also, I think this year was probably the weakest year individually I've ever seen from him. I don't like that too much. I'm very unhappy with his play this year. Let's continue. We need to slot in Elk somehow. We need to slot in Jackie Love somehow. Gumayusuf somehow. Dogo. And who else do we need to slot in here? Who are we missing? Blackberry, Bam Ram. Maybe Upset slips in somehow. Maybe like... who else are we missing? Hope. There's the Hope. All right. Gumayushi is also in that same boat, you know? Gumayushi is in that same boat. Where I think that his year was really bad. But who do we slot in here? Who do we miss? I'm going to check all the names. Kael, Peter, Diokdam. Honestly, Diokdam ramped up in playoffs. Diokdam deserves a shout. There you go. Diokdam deserves a shout. There we go. Let's have it like that. Support. I think Duro, better in summer. I think his playoffs was insane. I think Keria Magic is going to make me put him first, though. Keria Magic, everyone knows what I'm talking about when I say Keria Magic. Come on now. We put Duro right behind him. And then let's take a look at some of these names we have. We have Delight on. We have Kael. We have Hung. We have Mickey X, obviously. We have Peter Pan. We have... no Peter, no Kai Wing. Mako is on the weaker side. Now for the order. Let's take a look at the order. We have Keria first, Bamalam, Duro. Let's do a little on 3 because I think he's just more well-rounded than Delight. Delight is really good at certain champions. Kael, I think he was disappointing to me mechanically in the drop-off of AL, even though I think that he can be one of the best supports in the world. I think that he was rather inconsistent. Hang, really good engager. Honestly, this might be the list. I think Mickey is really damn good. I think Alvaro, I don't know. I've seen too many bad bar games, too many bad mechanical games from Alvaro for me to put him above Busio. Busio, for me, the lane phase here hurts my point system for Busio. I honestly think Mickey is insane. And I think Mickey's teammates are not good. I swear, I don't think Mickey's teammates are good. Peter might deserve a shout, you know. I think Peter might deserve a shout over Mako. I think that's fine. I think this is legit, yeah. I think this is legit. Oh, honestly, are we happy? Let's go through it. Keen, Zeus, Bin, 369, Doran, The Shy, Flounder, Boipo, Broken Blade, Driver, Tarzan, Owner, Canyon, Kanavi, Inspired, Junjia, Kuz, Skumon, Peanut, Shadow. Maybe put Peanut over Skumon. Shadow. Chovy, Knight, BDD, Zeka, Faker, Caps, Cream, Shanks, Hong, Q, Rookie, Ruler, Viper, Gala, Gumayushi, Elk, Jackie Love, Dogo, Hope, Diokdam, Upset, Keria, Duro, On, Delight, Kael, Hang, Mickey, Pusio, Peter, Labrov. All right. I like it. This was a speedrun tier list. I didn't give too much of reasonings. Anyone who's watched my content knows what I think about the players and so forth. I think this is also like falls very, very similar in line to what I say. This is based on watching all of their games this entire year, watching all of their games in their career pretty much. And leading up to this, it's like my own biases mixed with, of course, my general feelings and the sentiment about the meta and how Fearless is going to impact things and how good I think these players are going to be, play individually. I think a cool part about Hongkyu is that I do think that individually they have some really, really good players. Hans has a good split. The thing is, I don't think Flounder really that low. Call me crazy, but I thought he was the second best player of AL last split in playoffs. You mean in summer? I'd place Guma higher than Gala though, coach. Well, the thing is, you can also make your own tier list. I think Gala, like Gumayushi was not good this year. Like, regardless of what you want to say, maybe people are short-sighted in the memory, but Gumayushi was not good in playoffs. He was not good the majority of the year. Like, I think it's even generous to put Gumayushi here. I think like it's even generous to put Gumayushi here, but he tends to ramp up, and we are hinging a lot to that wagon. It's like, if my rationale is that T1 is like a top 4 team at this tournament, then it needs to be for player reasons, and it's like Keria, owner, it's like Gumayushi was not good, Is Shadow really the worst jungler in Worlds? That's not what this means. You realize there's 6 more players. Isn't Driver and Rest the same player? No, Driver's way better. I think Driver's way better. I thought Rest was better for a while because he had like a Jace game that impressed me, but Driver's way better. All right, guys. So basically, Shadow, I worry about Bilibili's situation. I think Shadow clutched it up in playoffs. Really good. But also, I remember him against JDG in that same playoffs. He played like ass. I worry about the jungle situation. The jungle situation to me is very, very concerning. Very, very concerning to me, man. Elioya, I don't know. Elioya has disappointed me way too many times internationally. Like, he raises the bar, and then that's it, Easily, guys, Gumayushi, you can easily put him above. But Gumayushi has just shown up big time to World Championships. If you want to go based off of like summer performance, bro, Gumayushi lands here, bro. Like, Gumayushi drops really hard. But this is, we're giving him credit, based on what he's done and so forth. The Bilibili jungle situation scares the shit out of me. And that's why I think, like Genji, with how we rate their players, with how, let's say, the least amount of weaknesses and faults they come into the World Championship, it's like, with that being said, if you don't win Worlds this year, Genji, I don't know what to tell you, brother.
I think this would be a great showing for him.
No way Guma's behind Jackalope. I'm not going to explain it anymore. That's why I speedran the player tier list. I speedran it.